Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday night. Almost midnight here, and I think a mosquito bit me again. Anyway, I haven't done anything to my hair. It's just wet from the shower. So if you're wondering, that's why it looks all sleek back, because it's wet. It doesn't dry as quick as it once did, even though I don't have nearly as much hair as I used to have. Something about the weight loss surgery and the nutrition and everything causes you to lose hair. And mine has, I have little baby hairs that are starting to grow back up here, but it's just taken a while. But, you know, I guess that's just how it is. I really was hoping that I wasn't going to be one of those that lost my hair, but yeah, I've lost it in quite a bit. Every time I shower, I seem to lose a few more. But anyway, y'all don't care. I've gotten several, oh, hold on a minute. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know this, but if you catch your mosquito bite early enough before you do a whole lot of scratching and you pour some alcohol on it and rub it in, that mosquito bite will go away. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but I keep alcohol close by for, well, cleaning my face and mosquito bites. Because they just love me in the summer, the mosquitoes. But anyway, and I'm right here by the back door. It's open numerous times a day. So anyway, and I was having trouble with Leroy, and he just kept barking at the TV, and there was nothing on the TV screen. And so I said, well, let me put the mermaids on. Maybe that'll chill him out. And I would. It's a video of women dressed like mermaids in a big tank. And they really look like mermaids, but they're just women dressed like mermaids. They have tops on and tails. They're all covered. You can't see any of their bits, as somebody would say. But yeah, it's just beautiful women dressed like mermaids, and it seemed to chill him out. So I'm all about him being chill, because he was barking before I started recording, and I had to find some way to calm him down so that he would stop barking. And he's had 2 accidents in the house today. I don't know what his deal is. He went like 4 or 5 days without any accidents, and then boom, back to back accidents in the house. I told Johnny we need to get one of them white erase boards, you know, that they have in big companies in the warehouse, you know, where people do things. And so many days since the last accident. Rita had to erase the tally today and put a 0 since he. This dog is trying my patience so bad, and it'll be fine. He hasn't tried to get out of the backyard anymore since John and I went out there and patched the back porch up best I could anyway. Hammer and nails and wood. Boards that are just, there was some boards on the porch that needed to go to the backyard anyway, and I used those and some nails that I bought and repaired as best I could the back porch. So there's been no more escapes. But anyhow, I've jabber-jabbed about almost 4 minutes now. This is strawberry water, carbonated strawberry water from Walmart, in case you were wondering. That's what I drink instead of soda most of the time. I only really drink Diet Mountain Dew when I haven't had much sleep and I need a dose of caffeine. Of course, this morning when I woke up at 8 o'clock, by Will coming back from something, but he woke me, just busted in my room and woke me up to tell me something, and he needed to confide in Mama and talk about stuff. And so, and then I tried to go back to sleep after he left the room, but it wasn't happening. And so I'd had a whole 6 hours, which is not terrible. I can function on 6 hours sleep. I really can, after 2 cups of coffee. He come in, he said, what kind of coffee is that? And I said, I got it from Serena up in Canada. And he said, is that bougie coffee? He said, is that fancy? And I said, I don't know, it's instant. I said, it tastes good. And he's like, okay. He said, it looks fancy. I said, yeah, it does look fancy. I said, but it was gifted to me and I enjoy it. So there you have it. So anyway, I have made great progress with the, because I've been crocheting all day. Amidst all the interruptions, I've been interrupted numerous times. The dog, Will, you know, the dog. But that's okay. I digress. Anyhow, I about got this red top really close to being done. I got 4 rows of shoulder that I put on each side of the neck area, and then and then once I get the shoulder put on the second panel, the shoulders, I can figure out the armholes and seam it up. And so I'm kind of debating on the bottom part, because what I did is I started with a chain. I changed, you know, a certain width based on a t-shirt I have of the same size for this person. And I did give it about 1.5 to 2 inches of positive ease though, because she likes her shirts baggy too. So I wanted it to be nice, because I'm going to wash this when I'm done. And for some reason, you know, I think my tops that I've made in this I Love This Cotton did shrink just a smidge, which is fine because I made them too big. So it's fine. But I think they did, but I haven't tried them back on after washing them, so I don't know. It just looked a little smaller. But I'm going to wash and dry this one. And just as a tip, if you get I Love This Cotton and make a wearable with it, wash it by itself. If you wash it with other things, those other things will have little fuzzies of the same color. It just peels. It immediately peels when you wash it. So I wash and dry mine by themselves, and you know, and if you look at your lint screen or whatever, you know, your lint collector, it'll be the same color as your garment, because it generates. But then when you pull it out, it still looks good. So I don't know why it does that, but every time I've made anything out of I Love This Cotton, it's been like that. So just as a tip, wash it by itself, because I didn't know that the first time I washed one, and last year sometime, and I ended up with little red fuzzies all over another piece of crochet that I had to pick off by hand. So yeah, just, you know, learn from my mistakes, please. But what I've done is with this top, and this is probably just a one-off, so you know, it's just something I'm designing for a particular individual. So I don't know that I'll be repeating this pattern or what. I've just made it up as I went along. I'm winging it, okay? So based on my other experience, you know, making things, I just culminate that into whatever I make. So as to make something that my main thing was focusing on, is it as big as the first panel? Do I have the right amount of stitches for each, you know, element that I'm doing? And I got the panels the same size now. I'll show you what I did to the top here. This will go like right across here, right in that area. It should go right in that way. And so this is what I did here. And if this is a stitch, I don't know. I made it up as I went. So this is actually the beginning of, if you wanted to do a granny stitch, you could do 1 row of this and then start your granny stitch after, and it works just fine. That's what I did on the Rising Phoenix top. But when I got to this, I said I didn't really want to do the granny stitch with this. I wanted something different. So what I did is those that beginning stitch setup that I did with the my other top that I got a tutorial for, I did like 1 row of these spaced stitches, you know, 3 double crochets, skip a space, chain 1, skip a space, and 3 double crochets. I did that all the way across except for these ends right here, because my stitch count was different. It wasn't an even amount to do this, but you know, I made it work. I fudged a little, okay? But I would do 1 row of the 3 stitches, 3 double crochet space, you know, chain 1, skip a space, and 3 double. I did that one row, and then I did a row of single crochet, and then another of that, and then a single crochet. So I got 4 rows here of that. And then all I got left is I've got my neck part marked out, you know, stitch markered up here for the neck. And if you could see that, here's our stitch markers, and right here, that's going to be the neck. So that's perfect. It works with the t-shirt that I have too. So this will be, you know, I know it doesn't look, you know, very big, but trust me, it will be big enough. And so I just got to put 4 rows of the half double on each side of this neck piece, and then this will be ready to seam up. And so what I'll do is I'll seam up the shoulders first, and then I'll, you know, take the t-shirt that I have that size and put it over it so I can kind of gauge where to put the sleeves at. And I'm still debating if I want to do more to the bottom, if I want to go and do more single crochets or something like that. I know I'm not going to rivet at the bottom, but I thought maybe a couple more rows of single crochet might, you know, might be a good idea. And of course I'll go around the sleeves with a single crochet to, you know, make it look nice and you know, even. Even though my sides are even, I mean, you can see my sides are even. So I just have this yarn still attached to go back and finish my little shoulder shaping that I'm doing here. So that way it'll sit nice on her, and she won't feel restricted in her shoulders or anything. And I'm gonna wait till I send it off, till I get it done and take a picture, and then I'll get her address and send it off to her when I'm done with it. But she knows I'm making it, so the guy had to have, you know, had to tell her so that I could get, you know, her size, and then I needed to know how tall she was. So because I don't know why I was thinking that she's taller than she is, but for some reason I thought she was 5'9", but she's only 5'5", so it's fine. I got it. I just want to make sure if she was taller that the top was long enough for her, because I'm only 5'4", and you know, I'm used to I like my tops long, so you know, it works out. Goodness. So I'm almost done with this. I'll probably be done by tomorrow, and then I can work on the next top that I've been commissioned to do. Y'all may have heard. Juan commissioned me to make a mesh tank top. So I was kind of like, mesh, I have never done mesh before. So I looked it up on YouTube, and I watched a couple of videos, and I was like, I don't really like I don't like how they did that. So I made a little swatch, and I asked a couple of people's opinion, does that look like mesh to you? And they were like, yeah, that looks like mesh. Now I may not do it that way, because when I did the swatch, I really wasn't happy with how it flowed, you know. And so I may go back and do this what I did to the top of this top. I may just make it like this, the whole top just like this. I think that'll be nice. It'll look more professional than the little mesh stitch that I came up with before. So I think that's the way to go. So that's probably what I'll do, because I think that looks really pretty, and I think it'll look pretty. And you know, he's a handsome dude, but you know, he's gonna have a pretty top. I will make sure he does. But let me show you some yarn that I picked up yesterday and I got delivered. I had ordered some yarn from Premier when they had their free shipping for $25 or over. I took advantage of that and ordered, and they also had the yarn that John wants a sweater out of on sale at the cheapest I'd ever seen it. So, you know, I probably could have waited to get that yarn, but I didn't think that I would see it that cheap again, or that they might not do the 25, you know, for free shipping again for a while. So I just went ahead and got it. You know, life is short by the yarn. And I got this, I bought the yarn that I'm going to be making Juan's top in, because we all know his favorite color is purple, but a particular shade of purple, this purple. The darker the better. So this is, I love this cotton in, get this, purple. Now they have a lighter, they have a lighter purple, which is this, and this is, they call this one amethyst. So this is amethyst and this is purple. Now I'm not going to pair these two together. His top will be all one color. It'll be all this color, but it'll be nice. I already had him measure from his shoulders to his waist because he's 6'6". This will be the this is a new territory for me, and I believe he's a 1X now. He's lost so much weight. He's lost like 200 pounds, a whole person he lost. And I have too, though. If I go back to my biggest weight, which was 415, and now I'm at 264. So between 415 and 264, I've lost 151 pounds. So I lost a whole person too. But albeit I did have the weight loss surgery, and so there's that. But and it looks like I'm probably going to have enough of that red to make her a matching hat. So I probably will do that. I'll make her the little hat that I came up with earlier this year. Let me see if I can find one and show it to y'all. Oh, I know what's in this. I've seen it. Oh, come on now. Where is it? Oh, I guess they're not. Oh, wait a minute. There's one. Okay. This is one I made in the favorite stripe. And I'll put it on because I know I have some new subscribers that haven't seen this. But see, I put the front post, back post ribbing on this one. And now this was a tutorial by another content creator, but I've modified it. So it's not identical to hers. But it fits really cute. It just fits on the back of your head like so, you know, and it just sits there like that. So yeah, I mean, I think it's cute, and so I'm gonna make her a red one to match her shirt, and hopefully she likes it. I might have to make her a rainbow one too because she really loves rainbows like me. So, but yeah, this one I like. I have enough of the favorite stripe somewhere. I could probably make her one out of that, but I don't know. Maybe I'll make her one of both, you know, because Pride Month is now. So June is Pride Month, in case you don't know. And I fall into that category since I'm bisexual. So I don't date. I'm not interested in dating, but I identify as bisexual. So love is love, in my opinion. And if you fall in love with someone that's either the opposite sex or the same sex, I don't see anything wrong with that. You know, I don't wear it like a big banner or anything. But I know some of y'all might go like, what do you mean about the Pride Month? But yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, participate in the local events or anything like that. I'm way too low key, and I suffer from social anxiety. If I'm in a crowd of people that seem to be, you know, talking to me, or like I went to a church last year, I think, and me and Johnny went to this church, and I really liked the people and everything, but I was a newbie. It was my first time going there, and all the people kept coming and you know, introducing themselves and whatnot, and it just became overwhelming for me because there were so many. I mean, you're talking 50 or 60 people that, you know, just come and say, hey, I'm so and so, hey, I'm so and so, and I don't, but you know, it's not them, it's me. I'm the one that was inside freaking out and ready to leave. And that was just like they were having some food or something, I forget, like a hot dog. Had hot dogs or something like that, and then for dessert they had some sort of pie or something like that. And so me and Johnny ate, and we visited with them, and then we went to the actual service, and I enjoyed it. The music was really good, and you know, the preaching was really good. It was just, I was just socially overwhelmed by so many people coming up to me, and so inside I was freaking out. Outside I was, you know, cool as a cucumber, but inside I was freaking out. I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. There's too many people. So I didn't go back. I'm hoping that, I don't know, now maybe after I'm, you know, I look better, maybe I won't be so freaked out, as I was always self-conscious about my size and worrying if I was imposing on people, or you know, just look down upon because I was so big, you know, things that, you know, things the devil mind tricks you about. And now I've lost, you know, all this weight, and I feel more confident in myself. Maybe the confidence will carry me through the next time I don't want to try going to church. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up on it altogether, but it was really difficult. It was really difficult. But anyway, I just went off on a whole different subject, didn't I? Yarn. Anyway, I got enough for his top and then some. So I wasn't sure how much I was going to need, so I got like 8 of them, I think. Whatever I don't use, I'll probably just send to him so that he can, make himself a beanie or something to match his top, because he makes really good beanies. I just make this one little hat. Unless it's loom knitted. I can loom knit a hat with no problem. I've never loom knitted with cotton before, but I could, I guess. But I think he would probably like to make one of his own beanies, because he has several that are really cool looking. I just haven't tried any of them yet, because this is my only success in crochet in a hat. I had tried a lot of times before and not been successful, but that's the only one that I've ever been successful in making, and so I like it a lot, and I'll probably make it more times. I just don't think this is not the hat for Juan's head. I don't see him wearing that kind of hat. He likes the ones that hug his head, and this is not that. This is one you just set on the back of your head, and look cute. But 8 of these. Yeah, I think that's what I did. Yeah, way too much, but it is what he didn't, measure from his shoulder to his waist for me, so it might actually be enough. I don't know yet. I'll start that one right after I finish this red one, and I should be done with this red one by tomorrow. So I got that at Hobby Lobby yesterday, and then I got 2 more of these Karen cotton cakes, because I'm thinking I might end up making a top for Juan's mama too. I don't know. He was going to ask her. But I bought 4 of this color earlier in May. And I just figured, this was the right color for her. And, if I'm going to, I just wanted to be prepared in case he did want one. So this color is called Wild Blueberry. And if you've been watching his channel and attended his lives on Sunday, you'll know that Miss Wilma's favorite color is blue. And so I think that would make a beautiful, I'm thinking a granny square pullover for her with short sleeves. This is going to be lighter on her than the I Love This Cotton. This I Love This Cotton is a little bit of heavier cotton. And so this might be better for her. And I think she would like to I hope she would like to have it. If she doesn't, that's okay. I'll make one anyway. Because I really just want to make a top with this beautiful blue. I'm just itching to put it on the hook and make a top with it. So I will be doing that. Whether it's for her or someone else, I don't know. But I just want to work with that cotton. And then this is the yarn that I ordered more of. The Premier Color Fusion Chunky. And this is, let me look. Painted Desert, but you see it's got turquoise and some beautiful orange colors and some browns and tans and what have you. But Johnny put his mitts on the yarn that I got from Cheryl. He picked up the skein of this, and he said, "Oh, Mom," he said, "this is wonderful." He said, "Can I get a sweater with this?" Well, she sent me 6 skeins. Johnny is about 6 foot tall, but he's really wide chested. And he's barrel chested, meaning his ribs bow out, just like his father's did. He's shaped just like him. But yeah, so I needed more. I knew 6 skeins wasn't going to cut it. This is a 5-weight yarn. There are 109 yards, 100 meters. It's 3.5 ounces and 100 grams. It is 100% acrylic. They do show you a little swatch there, a knitted swatch. So mine won't quite look like that, because I haven't picked a design for his yet. But it's probably just going to be panels that I sew together and then work in the round for the sleeves. That's probably what I'm going to do, because that's what I'm comfortable with. But I'll probably just do a bunch of half doubles, a bunch of rows and half doubles, so that it's a more solid stitch, and he won't have to wear a shirt under it unless he wants to. But yeah, it'll be just a pullover sweater for John, and I think he'll like it. So that is the yarn that I bought, and that's the top I'm working on. So I just ran through all that. But I'm gonna I have had some folks that mentioned that they would like to see my paintings. I got to get some help from Johnny digging them out. I have one in the living room that's not in a box, but the rest of them are kind of in the dining room where I have a bunch of storage type stuff because I don't really have anywhere to put it. Stuff that needs to be gone through, I'm sure. But who has the time, right? But I'll get with Johnny so he can move some things so that I can get to where the paintings are. So I don't remember how many I kept. Not a whole lot. I know at least 2, if not 3, 4 or 5 maybe. I don't know. I didn't keep very many of them, but I will show y'all what I did keep. Probably maybe in tomorrow's video. Hopefully. I'm hoping to try to get a video a day out, because I know a lot of people look forward to, well, they've said so, look forward to watching them. And they like me to keep them company while they're working on their project, which is exactly what I did earlier this evening when Juan published his Whipping It with Juan video tonight, and I just crocheted the whole time while watching him. So there you go. That's all I did today was crochet, and well, I did stop to eat. I got these lean cuisine dinners that I got from Kroger, and I'm afraid I'm in a particular mood with food. So they have one that's chicken teriyaki and one that's sesame chicken. So they're Asian. They're Asian flavored, which because I like the hibachi dinners, you know, and I like sushi, so sushi rolls, and so I really like that kind of food. I wish that I had a budget that would let me eat more of it, but I don't. But there's a restaurant right up the road here that's called Ichiban, and it's my favorite spot. I try to go at least once a month, or sometimes I will order it and go pick it up, or get DoorDash to bring it to me if I'm feeling like splurging. I looked at having it delivered this evening, and it was like $60-something, and I was like, no, I'll just go another day and pick it up. It's much cheaper just to go in and pick it up, because I was looking at feeding the whole crew. You know, that was the stuff on the list that I was thinking about ordering would have fed everybody. So you know, in the grand scheme of things, eating out, you know, for 3 people, you're probably going to spend at least $60. But I just didn't feel like spending that right then. But maybe I will this week sometime, go splurge and order it and pick it up. You know, sometimes I feel like eating in the restaurant, and sometimes I just want to get it and bring it home and eat in private, you know. It just depends on the mood. But I think I'm going to probably very soon, once I get done with these 2 tops. I don't know why I get hyper focused on a particular whip, and I just feel like I have to work like a mad woman until I get it done, especially if someone's paying me to do it. Yeah, I really feel like I have to get it done. I really need to email that one lady back and make arrangements, payment arrangements with her, but I haven't done that. I haven't heard back from her. I haven't corresponded with her lately, but I will. But her being that she's in Canada, I'm thinking she needs to sign up with PayPal or something so that she can do a deposit, because I'd feel more comfortable with that, using the yarn and creating the garment if I already knew it had a home. So I just feel better making stuff that I know is already, you know, spoken for. Even though with the cotton top, I probably will make a 4X in that blue wildberry, whatever that color was that I just showed y'all. I probably will make a 4X top, because that seems to be a popular size, and I know you know, I follow this particular pattern when I do it. I don't normally read patterns, but this one I got saved to my bookmarks, and I don't actually read the steps or the instruction. I just go look and see how many rows for whatever size I'm trying to make. That's the only thing I look at it for, is how many rows do I need to work for this size and that size. And so luckily it has that information in there, and it's real easy for me to go find, because sometimes I have short-term memory issues, and I don't always remember the exact amount of rows I need to work, or the, you know, whatever. Because with that pattern, you have to do you do one big granny square, and then you put side shaping on it, depending on what size you're doing. If you're just doing a 1X, you don't have to put the shoulder and the side shaping. Excuse me, y'all. But I like doing those. I like doing the granny square pullovers. They're very fun to work. They're very easy for me to do. I can usually crack one out in about 3 days. Even if it's a 4X, I can, if I sit down and that's all I work on, I can have one done in about 3 days. Now this one with the Karen cotton cakes might take me a little longer because I have to use a 5mm with that, because it's thinner. It's close to a 3-weight. It's thinner, but I can still work with it. I can't work with skinny 3-weights. Fat 3-weights, yeah, I'm okay. But if it's a skinny 3-weight, nope, my hands will cramp up trying to fit those, work those little stitches. My hands will start cramping, and I just that's not why I got into crochet. I got into it to relax. And so today's been a very, somewhat, with the exception of Leroy, being Leroy. Yeah, I think I was the one that needed the chill pill today, because he really angered me. He got over here. Did y'all see these little connectors? If y'all could see the ones behind me, the little round things on the cubes, the little round plastic things right there that hold it together. He chewed. There's a cube set right here, and on this far corner near the door, he chewed about half of one of those round things before I could even figure out what he was doing. And I'm thinking, the times that he's appeared to be staring at my yarn, he's not staring at my yarn, he's staring at that plastic. He likes to chew plastic. The time that he got in, when we locked him in here to go to the grocery store, he opened one of my totes of yarn. He found a way to open it, because I probably shoved too much in it, and the lid might have been just barely on it. But he chewed the whole rim of that box, that tote box that my yarn was in. We were able to get all the yarn and put it back in there, and I put it in the dining room away from him. But yeah, and a bunch of yarn was just strode all over the floor. He got a hold of a bunch of ball bands and chewed them to shreds, and so now I have Premier Basics yarn without ball bands, and and the skeins are kind of undone a little bit, so I'll probably end up having to cake that or something. I have a ball winder. I can just cake it up if I can't make it work normally. So I'll just cross that bridge when I come to it. So when I get ready to use that yarn, I'll have to address that mess then. And I plan on, well, the light blue, the baby blue that's in there, I don't know when I'll use that. I could make some little boy blankets. Will's lady has 3 sons, and 2 of them like red and 1 likes blue. So I was considering, depending on how their situation goes this year, making the boys some blankets for Christmas. So I know I'm thinking I have enough blue without a problem, but red, I don't know. I have those 9 skeins of Premier Basics in red, and then I have some of the mosaic yarn over here that is got red in it, so I can work it out. I'll work it out. Also, I have some burgundy yarn that I could do. I have some ombre yarn in the burgundy color, and so I could do that. That's a form of red. So I'll figure it out, but I'll make probably some corner to corner, because that goes pretty quick. So I'll probably make them some corner to corner blankets, and hopefully they'll like them for Christmas. I think I'll probably do that. I got 6 months to Christmas. I can whoop it out. I can. 3 little blankets. One of her boys is 12, and the other 2 I think are 7 or 8, something like that, because she has twins. But yeah, that's his best friend and his lady. So and I did get to babysit those boys last October, and I had a blast. So they're really great kids. They're busy, and they're a lot, but they were a lot of fun. So hopefully in the future I'll get to go visit with them again and have some more fun. We had a stuffed animal fight that I rather enjoyed, because they have a ton of stuffed animals. And of course, when the fight was over and I was out of breath, I was like, okay, put all this back up. Which they complied and did that. But yeah, we had a good time. probably the closest I'd ever been to feeling like a grandma. But, you know, that's okay. I think there should be an organization where you can adopt a grandma, adopt a grandpa. You know, for those of us that may not have biological grandkids, you know, I think there should be a program where you can, you know, adopt, kind of like the Big Brother, Big Sister program, you know. I think there should be a grandparent program too, to where you could, you know, kids that don't have a grandparent, that really want a grandparent, can visit with someone that's like a grandparent, you know, learn things from them, and you know, spend time with them, spoil them a little bit, and let them know how much they're loved, kind of situation, you know. I just think there's probably a bunch of kids out there that wishes they had a grandparent. And I mean, of course, you would have to endure like a rigorous background check. I think that should definitely be, you know, part of it. But big time, you know, background check, criminal check, whatever, go all the way back to grade school if you got to find out if this person is safe to be around children. You know, you want to make sure that the children are safe, you know, visiting with this person. You know, that's definitely something that would have to be established. But I think there should be a program for that, because I think that would fill a need that people don't normally think about needing. I mean, I've lost my grandmother in 1999. When Johnny was about 3 months old, she passed. 3 or 4 months old, something like that. And my grandpa passed away when I was 4, so I barely remember him. He was in a wheelchair after a stroke, and I remember dancing around his wheelchair at being 4 years old and dancing around his wheelchair. And I know my mother told me that he loved me very much because I was the first grandbaby. But he passed away, and I didn't really get to know him. But I got to know my grandmother, and she was amazing, absolutely amazing. She was very opinionated, a very straight shooter. You never had to guess where you stood with her. And she was what they call plain spoken. So she didn't mix words. She didn't really have much of a filter. She just spoke her mind no matter where she was or what was going on. She always spoke her mind. And I just loved and admired that about her. Even when she criticized me out of love, she would get on to me about certain things. She was always worried about my weight, because, you know, last time we were together was around the time that I was pregnant with John. And he was, I forget how old he was when we moved back down here to be with, I went back to my ex-husband, who was Johnny's father, even though less than a year later I was leaving him again. But it is what it is, you know. But it's okay. It's in the past, and I grew from it, and it made me who I am. So I don't regret nothing. Life is too short to regret things that you can't change or do anything about. So try to remember that when you're admonishing yourself or self-criticizing. I do enough self-criticizing, but I try not to do much of that because it does no good. It serves no purpose, but to, you know, hinder and take away from my self-esteem and my confidence. So I try not to criticize myself too much, and I try not to get full of myself, you know. Although all of you put these beautiful comments, and a person could get a big head if they, you know, y'all do pump a person up. So, you know, someone could get overly confident and arrogant from all this love. But nope, I just try to take it in stride and try to live up to those expectations and that support, and make sure that I deserve that kind of support and love. And that's what I live by. I just try to deserve the people that love me. And I think that's about all you can expect out of life, is try to deserve the people that love you. And, you know, just keep being consistent, and, you know, just try to be a good person. And I try to be a good person. Sometimes I don't necessarily succeed, or at least I don't think I do. You know, I think things, and I have dark thoughts like anybody else. But mostly, you know, I just think about crochet and, you know, how I can, you know, brighten someone else's day with it. Because it's my new art. So I don't paint with acrylic paint anymore. I paint with fiber. So you know, with yarn, I mix colors up and do this, and now of course I'm creating tops and, you know, making things that I don't have a a tutorial to go by, like Juan's top. I don't have a tutorial for that. I looked for tutorials that, you know, that I felt like I could do, and I didn't find anything that really just, you know, piqued my interest. And I said, well, I guess I'm going to do that like I do everything else. I'm going to wing it. Usually if I have someone's correct measurements, or I can, you know, get a shirt their size, I can make it happen. And then when they get it, it fits them. So, you know, I that's my tried and true method. I get a t-shirt of the size of the person that I'm making it for. And if I'm winging it, then I go by that t-shirt size, and it hasn't done me wrong yet. So we will just see this experiment on making a mesh tank top for someone, you know. But I have his measurement between his shoulder and his waist, so I know how long to make it. And then I'll get a 1X t-shirt. Will might have one, but I'll probably buy one, a cheap one, to, you know, send with his top so that he can wear it under his top. So I probably will just get a black one, about that 1X size in black, and I think it'll look good under that purple yarn. I think that will look really nice. So it will enhance his already handsome features. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed talking to you. I don't get to talk yarn with, well, I won't say that, because I have besties that crochet, so I'm very fortunate and blessed to have those ladies in my life. They propped me up and held me together when I didn't think I could be held together. So thank you, Amy. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Serena. Thank you, Marcia, for being in my life and loving me and being there for me. So anyway, I love you all, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.